Hello. Hello. Hello.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Your
So
mic
even I
is.
can hear you. Yeah.
So now we need as limit extends to a of a minus of f of x, right?
Right.
Means we have to find limit h tends to 0 of f of a minus h, correct?
Right.
So now just we'll substitute this one. Here a is nothing but minus 3 over here, right?
Yeah.
So limit of h tending to 0 modulus of, instead of x we have to substitute minus 3 minus h, right?
Right.
Plus 3 divided by minus 3 minus h plus 3. Okay, see this. We are substituting x as a minus h, which equals to minus 3 minus h. Okay,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, got it.
see this one. We are substituting just a x, which is equals to
Yeah.
a minus h. So here a is minus 3 minus h. We did the same over here. Next we will calculate, that's it. Limit h tends to 0, minus 3 gets cancelled. It's mod of minus h by minus h, correct?
Yeah.
Then mod, what is mod of minus h?
H, right?
H by minus h. H cancels.
Yeah.
It is minus 1. Okay.
Okay.
In the same way, if they ask you to find what is the right hand limit for this, so what you will do?
Do we add A and H?
Yeah, means in the place of x, right hand limit. That's why a plus h. That's it.
Oh,
That is minus 3 plus h, right?
yeah. Oh,
So
so
then
then for
limit,
right hand limit it'll be 1.
it will be 1. So here the left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. So that's why the limit does not
Limit
exist.
does not exist.
This is one method for finding whether the limit exists for a function or not. Okay.
Okay.
First method is by just substituting the values and checking whether they are very near
Okay.
or not. Second method is, what is the second method? By drawing the graphs.
This right. Yeah. Oh, graph. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember.
By drawing the
Take
graphs,
each
because
graph.
if you know,
Yeah.
yeah, at one point we will see whether it is nearly equal or not. Then this is the third method. Okay. Third method is a generalized method, because we can't draw graphs for many functions, right? If the function is very complicated
Right.
like this, we can't draw graphs for them. That's why we have to use this method, substituting for a minus as f of a minus h, for a plus as f of a plus h, and we'll just calculate it. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
this is the that's why this one. Just I want to discuss this concept in this third question.
Okay.
Now in this fifth question. Let's see. Okay, one thing is, whenever here you assumed that root x equals to y, right?
Right.
Means all variables should be in y itself. There should not be x. Okay.
Oh, okay, okay.
After substituting, all variables should be in y itself. When here you have written x tending to 1. So you assumed root x equal to y. When x tends to 1, what is the value of y? Y also tends to 1. That is root 1, right?
Yeah.
So here also it comes as limit y tends to 1. So here you should not keep x. All should be in one variable. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Now let's see this. So limit x tends to 1 of x square minus root x divided by root x minus 1. Right?
Right.
Now, same thing you have assumed, let root x should be equal to y. Means you are converting all the variables in x to y. So here that limit.
Right.
What is the, when x tends to 1, y tends to 1, because that is root of 1, which is 1 itself. Okay, y tends to 1. Now, x square. X square means
Y to the power 4.
y to the power 4 minus y divided by y minus 1. Now all the variables, this function is only one variable y, correct?
Right.
And limit y tends to 1. Now just we have to solve it. Limit y tends to 1, just take y common. Y cube minus 1 by y minus 1. Right?
Right.
Then we will
So then
apply
now we
limit
use the
separately.
formula.
Into y, limit y tends to 1 in y cube minus 1 by y minus 1. This will be 1 itself, because if you substitute 1, it will be 1. Then the formula for this, what it will become?
So n into 8. N
N
into 8 to the
into
power n
a to the
minus
power n minus 1. So here n is 3 itself. 3 into a is 1. 1 to the power anything is 1. So the answer is 3.
Yeah.
Okay. The answer is 3, not 2. Okay.
Okay.
No need of this one. We are not considered about this answer. The only thing you have to know is, if you are calculating any limits, all should be in one variable. Okay.
Okay.
There should not be combination of variables x and y. It should not be there. Because you took root x equal to y, so all should be in y itself.
Okay.
No. This one. I want to know this step. How you factorized.
Oh, I didn't do it for x square. Yeah.
Okay, factorize this one. We have x square plus 3 root 2 into x minus 8, right?
Right.
Now factorize this, because the only way for doing this question is by doing factorization itself.
Right.
So minus 8 equals to 0. How to factorize this one? By using middle term split method, we can find out this one. Okay. Here it is 1 into 8. So we have to get minus 8, right?
Right.
So minus in the sense 1 should be plus, 1 should be minus. So that doesn't matter. And after subtraction, we have to get 3 root through, right?
Right. Yeah.
What are the factors of minus 8 or 8 such that their difference is 3 root 2? Hmm?
I don't know. I don't know. Like when the difference is 3 root 2.
Okay, here we have to get root 2. One thing is clear, right?
Right.
Means on both it should
Yeah.
be root 2, root 2. Then only we can subtract.
Hmm.
Root 2 into root 2, it becomes 2, right?
Right.
4 root 2 and root 2. What is 4 root 2 into root 2?
8.
8. You're getting the same thing. Just keep minus over here. That's it.
Okay.
This one, this is the factorization method. Understood this one, right? How you got minus 8.
Yeah.
So first you have to see
Yeah.
root 2 should be on both. That is one thing is clear. If you should be, it should be
Right.
multiplied with, so root 2 into root 2 is 2. That is nothing but if you multiply it with 4, you will get 8. Keep minus for one thing, you will get minus 8. We need plus
Okay.
for the greater, that's why we kept minus for the smaller one. Now if you subtract these two, you will get 3 root 2 itself. Right?
Yeah.
Then it becomes, you will get x square plus 4 root 2 minus root 2 minus 8 equals to 0. Now what will be the factors for this?
X minus root 2 and x plus 4 root 2.
X minus root 2 into x plus 4 root 2, right?
Yeah.
So for this over here, x power 4 by 4 divided by x minus root 2 into x plus 4 root 2, correct?
Yeah.
Now this one, x power 4, we can write 4 as root 2 to the power 4.
Right.
Because we should perform of x power n minus a power n by x minus a. Here the a is root 2. So we have to write 4 in terms of root 2. That's it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Right? Because this is the standard form, x power n minus a power n by x minus a. Here we got, because x plus 4 root 2, if you substitute root 2 also, it won't become 0. So that's why we'll keep it as it is. We have to convert into root 2. So now it is other form, x n minus a power n by x minus a. Then directly we'll get the answer.
Okay.
As 4 into root 2 to the power 3. Right? Divided by x plus 4 root 2. Just substitute x as 4 root 2, you will get 5 root 2 directly. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the answer for this.
Okay.
This one you have expanded this form, right? 1
Yeah.
plus x to the power n. You just expanded this one and you have written. So the
Yeah.
answer is also correct.
So is there like a shorter method to like do this?
Yeah. Because if they gave instead of x power 5, they gave x power 99, then what we will do?
Yeah.
We can't expand them at that time, right? So that's why
Right.
the same thing, just substitute 1 plus x as y. This is the substitution
Okay.
method. That implies you will get x as y minus 1, right?
Right.
So now, so limit, when x tends to 0, what is the value of y? Because as I told, you
When
have to
x tends
write
to 0,
of
y will be 1.
y
In
tends to
terms of
1. So 1 plus x is y to the power 99 minus 1 by y minus 1. Because x is y minus 1, right?
Right.
That's it. Now this is the form x power n minus a power n by x minus a. Then the answer is 99.
Okay.
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 Okay. I am surprised for this question. What you did
So
over
which
here?
question? This one?
Yeah. Okay, I will write the question over here. It is sine 8x by sine 16x.
Right.
Sine
Oh, so
8x
I removed the.
by 16x whole cube. Right, this is the question. Limit x tends to 0. What you did over here? Tell me.
Oh, sir, I got the. I wrote the for. I got. I mean, I thought the formula was the sine x by the number also of the x. That's why I did it like that. Yeah, sine x
Sine x
by.
by x we have, but there is no
Right.
x in the bottom, right?
Yeah.
From, okay, you have written 16x as 2x into 8. From here to
Yeah.
here, how you got? How you got sine 8x by sine 2x into 8 as 1 by sine 2x? Where
No, that's what.
this
So
one gone?
I thought sine 8x by 8 is equal to 1. That's
Here,
why I wrote it as 1 by 8 sine 2x.
if you are thinking like that also, keep, just remember one thing. You are thinking this one, right? Sine, let us suppose 8x by 16x. You have written sine 8x by sine 2x into 8. You are taking this whole thing as 1, right?
Right.
Okay. Please remember one thing. You can't take this 8 outside of sine. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Sine 16x is the whole theta. You can't take this. Let us suppose you are writing sine 16x as 2x dot 8. It is not equal to 8 sine 2x. You can't take this 2 outside, this 8 outside.
Okay.
That's the same thing you did mistake in the last question also. That will
Yeah.
come. Remember this one. Sine of, let us suppose 80, right? Let's make it simple. Sine 60. I can write sine 60 as sine 30 into 2, correct?
Yeah.
Now sine 30 into 2, you are thinking that you can write this, you can take this 2 outside. You are writing sine 30 into 2, calculating sine 30 separately, 2 separately.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah,
Sine
yeah.
30
Understood.
is 1 by 2 into 2. You get the
1 by
answer as
2.
1. But this is not
Right.
equal to 1, right? Sine 60 is not equal to 1.
Yeah.
You can't separate it. You can't take the angle which is inside the sine to outside. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Can't separate it. And the other thing that I want to tell you is you can't take it common also. Like let us suppose sine 30 sine 60, right? You can't write it as sine 30 into 60. You can't write it like this. Okay?
Okay.
Sine 30 is one single value. Sine 60 is one single
Another one.
quantity. It's another value. You can't take the common as sine and sine. And you can't multiply like this. Okay?
Okay.
Same thing. Sine 30 plus sine 60. You can't write it as sine of 30 plus 60. Okay.
Okay.
So here the thing, you can't take this sign. You can take sign common when it is in multiplication. When it is sine into 60, you can take it as common. But sine 60 doesn't mean sine into 60, right?
Yeah.
That's why you can't take common from that. You can take anything common which is in multiplication. Here, sine is in not multiplication with 60. Sine is just a
Right.
function where 60 is the input for it. That's it, as a variable. It is not in multiplication. Remember this one.
Okay.
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 So here, if you think like that, also you should not take like this one. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now the simple method for doing this question. Same thing, sine 8x by sine 16x whole cube. Right? Limit
Yeah.
of that limit. We know the formula sine x, that are nothing but sine ax by ax is equals to 1. All right.
Yeah.
Means whatever the angle should be, the same angle should be over here. Now what I will do is, this for this sine 8x, I will multiply and divide by 8x.
Okay.
For
After
this sine
separating like the
16x,
limits.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Otherwise, you can do it inside also, no problem. Limit is just outside here itself. Limit
Okay.
x tends to 0 for this one. Because either I can send limit at the beginning or at the end. It is the same.
Right.
So sine 16x divided by 16x multiplied by 16x, correct?
Yeah.
Whole cube. Don't forget this
Whole.
cube. Now just send the limits inside. If you send the limits inside, this whole thing becomes 1.
So
This
8x by
whole thing becomes
16x.
1. So
Yeah.
x gets cancels.
Oh, 1 by
So
2 whole cube.
1 by 2 whole cube. That's it. This is the answer. That is 1 by 8. Okay.
Okay.
Whenever you see sine 8x, sine 10x, the simple method is just multiply and divide with the inner angle. You will get the answer.
Okay.
The
Okay.
same question I gave it for 14th question. You skipped it. You didn't do the 14th question.
14th. Yeah, so I didn't understand that one. That's why I left it.
It's the same type. Whatever the
Okay.
inside angle it may be, just multiply and divide. You will get the answer.
Okay.
Okay, till here, okay, this question. Tan x minus sin x by sin x cube. Okay, all you did correct. But what happened over here?
So
1
it'll
minus
be
cos x by x square, right? Okay,
yeah.
1 minus cos x by x. Okay, we know it as 0. But there is also
Yeah.
1 by x, right? If you put x as 0, it
Right.
becomes divided by 0. It is becomes as undeterminate form. How can you write it as 0?
But so it's multiplied with 0, right?
See here. It's not multiplied with 0, right? It is 0 into 1 by x, correct?
Right.
When x is 0, what is this 0 by 0 form?
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, so I lose marks if I write 0?
Because the answer is wrong.
Right. Okay.
You can't, if it is 0 into 1 by x, if x is constant, not other than 0, then you can write it as 0. It is acceptable. After substituting x, you are getting 0 by 0 form, correct?
Right.
If it is 0 by 0, then it is not 0. Means there is something that you have to convert from here, from this step. Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what that one you have to convert. What is 1 minus cos 2 theta? We studied.
I don't remember. So 1 second.
It is 2 sine square theta. Okay.
Okay.
Means 1 minus cos theta becomes 2 sine square theta by 2. Whatever the angle, it becomes half. Theta is there, so theta by 2, half the angle.
Okay.
Means if anywhere in the whole max, wherever there is 1 minus cos 2 theta, you can write it as 2 sine square theta.
Okay.
Okay. Wherever there
Okay.
is 1 minus cos theta, just it is the half angle. If it is cos 2 theta, it becomes sine theta. If it is cos theta, it becomes sine theta by 2. Okay.
Okay.
These are the conversions, and you have to remember this.
Okay.
So here there is 1 minus cos theta, right?
Right.
That is 1 minus cos x. You can write it as 2 sine square x by 2, correct?
Yeah. Right.
By x square as it is. Okay.
Okay.
Now just you have to, when you see this, it is similar to the form sine x by x, right? Or sine ax by x.
Hmm.
So here it is x by 2. So here also you have to get x by 2. Okay. If I do it like
Oh,
this, x square by 2, right?
right.
But here the square is for the both x by 2, right?
Hmm.
Means here also for x by 2, the square should be there. Then I can write it as, I can multiply 2, I can write 4, right?
Right.
So then it becomes as
Oh, okay.
sine square
Oh,
x by 2 by 2 into x by 2 whole square, correct?
right.
Then half I can take 2 common. It is same as sine x by 2 by x by 2 whole square.
Right.
Understood from here to here.
Yeah.
I will write it over here. Just see this. So we are writing 1 minus cos x by x square. We know 1 minus cos x as 2 sine square x by 2,
Square
correct?
X. Yeah.
By x square as it is. Now I am just sending 2 over here. This is nothing but sine x by 2 whole square. I told before, sine square x by 2 is nothing but sine x by 2 whole square
Right.
divided by, I have here only x square by 2, but I need x
Hmm.
by 2 whole square. So what I will do is, again I will multiply
With 2.
2 with 2, 2 by 4,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Then it becomes sine x by 2 whole square divided by 2 into x by 2 whole square, correct?
Right.
Then half, I am just taking power for the whole. Sine x by 2 by x by 2 whole square. Okay.
Okay.
Now we'll just send the limit. Limit extends to 0, half outside. This becomes as 1. So the answer is 1 by 2.
Okay.
It's not 0.
Hmm. Okay.
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 Now the next.
So where is this formula and in which chapter is it? Is it compound and multiple angles?
Yeah, it's compound in multiple angles.
Okay.
Actually, that's why you are studying. When you are studying maths, we will study about 2 to 3 formulas. Okay, that's why
Okay.
I'm at the end of the class. I will give some 2 to 3 formulas you have to remember. Okay.
Okay.
That's why I'm giving only 2 formulas per class. You have to remember them. You should not forget them.
Okay.
Here. So what it is, maximum 90% are correct. The solution,
Okay.
how the procedure and all. Just we are missing a small mistakes. That's it. Here there is x in the question, but you eliminated x in the next step. Where is this x in the next step?
Oh, right.
You have to be careful. If you leave any one variable, see the whole procedure is correct, but you have left one x, then it will be gone. Okay.
Okay.
So just you have to use this x. You will get 1 minus cos x by x and 1 by sin x. This one.
Yeah.
Next, if you solve, you'll get, although the answer comes as 0, the answer is correct, but you just left that x. That calculation should be there. Okay. No. This one you left out, this 14th question.
Yes, sir.
No, by just seeing you can tell. Without calculating, you can tell the answer. See, here we have sine 2x plus sine 6x by sine 5x minus sine 3x. Limit x tends to 0, right? As I told before, whenever there is sign of any multiple, just multiply and divide by the angles. 6x into 6x, 5x into 5x by 3x into 3x. I can do this one.
Wait.
See it and tell correctly. Can I do this one or not?
You don't have to do it like for like a whole term.
See, when I am multiplying, dividing with this, am I changing this sine 2x value?
No.
No. So I can do this.
Okay.
You cannot do only when the value changes. Here the value is not changing. Previously also sine 2x, after multiplying and divide also sine 2x itself. There is no need that you have, if you are doing for one, you have to do it for the second thing also. The only thing is the value should not change. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
So now what is the value of sine 2x by 2x into this?
2x.
2x.
So 2x
Plus
plus
6x by 5x
5x.
minus 3x. X cancels.
4.
That's it. 8 by 2, the answer is 4. See, the answer is 4 directly. Whenever there are bigger angles, no need to expand. Just do it this way. Okay? Whatever it may be. Sine 15x plus, no, need not be plus, it can be anything, minus sine 4x divided by sine 8x minus sine 2x. Whenever you see bigger angles in the sine, just multiply and divide with that angle. Okay? By 8x into 8x by 2x into 2x. Then after taking all, it becomes as 15 minus 4 by 8 minus 2 directly. 11 by 6. Okay? No need to expand. Now the last question. This one.
Oh, I messed it up.
Hmm?
No, did I get it wrong? I thought I got it right.
We did the same question, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought I understood
The
that. That's
same
why.
question.
Where
See, here you have taken sine and sine. You have taken common sign.
right.
That's why you, as I told before, you can't take the value which is inside of the sign as a common.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Here you took sine common, then you calculated, you got the answer. As sine of n square minus m square by 2, the answer is just n square minus m square by 2. Sine won't be there.
So where does like sign get removed?
Yeah, now we will do that. So cos mx minus cos nx by x square. You have to tell now. So cos mx minus cos nx by x square, right? Limit x tends to 0. As we discussed in the previous class, it is of the form cos A minus cos B. What is the formula for cos A minus cos B?
2 sine b plus a by 2 into sine b minus a by 2. Yeah.
Sin B minus A by 2, right? Now we will do the same thing. So 2 sin B plus A by 2, that is mx plus nx. Nx plus mx by 2
2
sin nx minus mx by 2, correct? Divided by x square. Okay?
Hello?
Yeah, yeah, hello. Yeah, I can hear you. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sir,
Can you
can you
hear
hear
me?
me? Okay,
Yeah,
I can also hear you now. Your screen is blank, so I can't see anything.
you can't see this cos mx minus cos nx thing.
No, sir, nothing I can see. It's like completely blank.
It's blank. Just a minute. Here the note is working.
Oh, so now it came up. Is it some, are you doing like some speed test something?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see it now.
yeah, it's showing.
Yeah.
So can you see this white one? 2 sine of
Yeah,
mx plus
I can
nx by 2.
yeah.
So which is equals to. So understood this step, right? How I have written
Yeah,
cos mx minus cos nx like this.
right.
So no. Same thing to sine. I can take this x as common. N plus m by 2 into x, right?
Yeah.
Sine of n minus m by 2 into x. See, this n minus m by 2 in x is in one, it is one angle. I am not taking it out. Okay, it is inside the sine itself. Okay.
Okay.
And by x, I can write as by x over here, by x over here. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now, for n, I have to get is the same thing. Sine of some angle by x is there. I have to get n plus m by 2 over here, right?
Yeah.
N plus m by 2.
Just
If I,
multiply.
then I will multiply with n plus m by 2 over here, right?
Right.
Same thing, n minus m by 2. I have multiplied by n minus m by 2. Okay. Into 2 into this one.
Okay.
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 Now that's it. This is of the form sine ax by ax. It is 1. This is of the form sine ax by ax. It is 1. So n square minus m square by 2 gets cancelled by 2. Okay.
Okay.
This one you have to see. You cannot separate this sine, remember, from the angle.
Okay.
Sine theta or sine of theta plus 2 means this 2 is adding to this theta. You cannot separate them. Means this whole is one quantity. You cannot separate this. Okay.
Okay.
At any point of time, we cannot separate or we cannot take as sine and sine or cos and cos common.
Okay.
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 The thing you have to know, that is sine 30 sine 60. What is the value of this?
Sine 30 into sine 60, right?
Yeah, there is
1
3
by
into.
2 into root 3 by 4.
That is comes as root 3 by 4, right?
Yeah.
Sine 30 plus 60. Sine 30 plus 60. What is the value for sine 30 plus 60? Remember, when there is nothing, sine 30 plus 60 means this is one single quantity. If they didn't mention this parenthesis also, it is one single angle. Okay. Maximum
Okay.
cases, they will let it as 60 plus sine 30. These both are same. This comes as sine 90.
Yeah.
Right?
That's 1.
It's 1. So sine 30, this is 1 by 2 plus 60. See, this is different.
Okay.
Because sine 30 is in one parenthesis. This is one angle. This is one value
Right.
plus 60 is another one. So that's why half, that is sine 60 plus 60. We'll get 60.5. This also will get us 60.
So your thing is stuck. So
It got struck. Oh. So this one.
yeah. So now it's back. It keeps breaking in between, and like pop-ups keep coming.
Oh. Okay. So this one thing you have to be clear. You cannot mix it up. Okay.
Okay.
Sine 60 and sine 60, they are both different entities.
Okay.
Cos 30 into 2. Cos 30 into 2. What is the value for first and second one?
Sir, is the first one 1 by 2 and second one 1? I mean,
Because cos
sorry.
30 into 2 is cos 60, right? Cos 60 is 1 by 2. Then it is cos 30 into 2. Cos 30 is root 3
Sorry,
by
that's
2
root 3, sir.
into.
Yeah.
So the answer is root 3. Okay.
Root 3. Okay.
The difference between these two, you have to know. Now, cos square 30 cos 30 whole square cos 30 square. Values for this. First one, cos square 30.
First one is 3 by 4.
3 by 4.
So for the second one, can I write it as cos 30 to the power 4?
No, there is no square inside. See, this is just cos 30 whole square.
Oh, okay. So I just take, so it's just 3 by root 3 by 2 to the power 2.
That's same as 3 by 4 itself.
Yeah.
Now cos 30 square.
So it's cos 900, right?
Yeah, it is cos 900. Okay.
Okay.
And you can calculate this cos 900 also. It's not. You have to take this, how many complete angles it will come.
Oh, so can I write it as cos 90 into 10?
Yeah, you can write cos 90 into 10. Then what will you get if you write like this? What?
You will get 0, right?
No, that's
No,
what
no,
I'm
so
telling.
not like
Cos of 90 into 10 is not equal to cos 90 into 10. Okay?
Okay.
You cannot write it as 0. Here also you're separating. If you're writing 0 means you're taking this separately and 10 separately. As I told,
Right.
this is total is one thing. You cannot separate it. Okay? For calculating this cos 900, you can take it as cos of 720. What is 900 minus 720?
160.
180.
No, wait, 180.
720, right?
Yeah.
So cos of
180.
complete angle, yeah, tell me.
180, right?
Yeah, 180.
900 minus. Yeah.
So as we know before, any angle with what if it rotates one complete circle, again it comes to the same value.
Right.
So 360, 720, again two complete angles. This is equals to cos of 180 itself. Okay. This one we will study in trigonometry. We have to study this one.
Yeah, sir.
Bigger
I
angle.
understand.
You're not understanding this one, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, because this is a different concept for this. While doing trigonometry, we will study, but I will explain this one over here.
Okay.
See this. This is 0 degree, right?
Yeah.
Now, when you for one complete rotation, it is 360 degrees, right?
Yeah.
Means I can write 0 degrees as 360 degree.
Right.
Because I'm at the same. Let's suppose this is one arrow. If I rotate it 360, 360, again it will be in the same position, right?
Same place. Right. Yeah.
So that's why 360. Now again I went from 360. I went second round, 720 degree.
Right.
Means if I rotated this by in n number of complete angles, the value won't change. Correct?
Correct.
Means instead of 360, 720, I can write it as 0.
Right.
So cos of 0 plus 180,
Oh, okay. Okay.
which is equals to cos 180. Okay.
Oh, Okay.
Then the same as if you add 360 for it, it becomes 1080. If there's 1080, you can write directly 0 directly. Okay.
Okay.
These are the bigger angles. Any bigger angle, you can convert it to smaller angles. This is 0.
Okay.
This is 2 pi radian. This is 4 pi, right?
Right.
This is 6 pi in radians. This is in degree. This is in radians. Okay, means cos of 900, I can write it as cos of 720 plus 80. Okay.
Right. Okay.
I can write it as cos of 0 plus 1. That is nothing but cos 180. What is the value of cos of 180?
Or -1.
So the answer is -1. That's it. Okay. Like this, we can convert any big angle. It is not only for cos, it is for the whole trigonometry. For any trigonometric ratio, you can do this one.
Okay.
Okay. No. Yeah. One thing just I want to discuss is this.
So your screen is stuck again.
No, actually, I'm changing this another one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Can you see this whiteboard?
Oh. Yeah, sir. Yeah, I can see it.
No. Here, the last concept in limits, okay, is nothing but till now we studied limit x tends to 0 of some sin x or something, right?
Okay.
What happens when limit x tends to some value a instead of 0 if they give some other value? Okay.
Okay.
Then how to solve these type of questions? Okay.
Okay.
It's also pretty simple. It is same as for finding limits. Limit of x tends to a of f of x. We know when the limit exists means left hand limit is equals to right hand limit, correct?
Wait.
What is the right hand limit for this? Limit f of x when x tends to a plus, we have one formula, right?
Yeah.
What is that
Will be a
formula? F of limit
plus
h tending to 0 of f of a plus h, correct? The same thing you will use over here, that's it. Wherever there is a, you will just use a plus h. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
As an
Possibility of
example,
2
let's what?
So your
Tell me.
screen is stuck.
No, tell me.
Yeah. So it will be 2a, right? We'll calculate limit extends to a of 2a, right?
See here,
Because
limit extends h tending to 0. If you put 0 over here, you will get f of a only. You won't get 2a.
But don't you have to substitute? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just f of x, right? There's nothing else.
It's f
Yeah,
of
it'll be
x. We are just say limit h tending to 0, right?
right.
Now, okay, the same. If you just solve two questions, you will get to know how to do this one.
Okay.
Let's suppose this one. Limit x tending to pi. Sin 2x by sin x. It is not limit extending to 0, all right?
Right.
So the same thing as I told before, just you have to take limit of h tending to 0, f of a plus h. Here a is nothing but pi over here, the value that they give. Okay.
Okay.
So it directly converts to limit. It's not x tending to 0, it is h tending to 0. Okay. Sine 2 into, so instead of x, what you will get? A plus h, that is a is nothing but pi plus h, correct? Pi plus h by sine. So instead of x, what you will keep?
I plus
Pi plus h. Now we just will calculate limit h tending to 0. It becomes as sine of 2 pi plus 2h. This 2 is multiplying for both, correct?
Right.
Sine of pi plus h. Now, what is sine of 2 pi plus 2h? Just now we discussed. What is 2 pi? 360.
Oh, so that's 2h.
So limit h tending to 0, sine 2h, right? By sine of pi plus h. This one. Okay. This one, do you know how to calculate sine of pi plus h?
No.
Okay. For this one, you have to know the quadrant rules of trigonometry. Okay. So here, this is the first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth quadrant, right? So this is that xy only. Positive x, positive y, negative x, negative y. These are divided into 4 quadrants, correct? In first quadrant, all trigonometric ratios are positive. Okay. So in the second quadrant, S, that is sine. Okay. Now in the third quadrant, tan. Remember. In the fourth quadrant, cos. What I have written, they will be having the positive values. Okay.
So rest everything will be negative.
Rest everything in the sense. Okay. Here, sine. What is the inverse of sine?
Cosecant.
Cosecant. If sine is positive, inverse of sine should also be positive, right?
So
Means these two are positive. If tan is positive, cot is also positive. If cosecant is positive, secant is also positive. So in these quadrants, these are positives. If anything comes in this quadrant other than the given things, they will be negative. Okay. Means the cos in second quadrant is negative because only sine and cosecant are positive there. Other than anything is negative itself. Okay.
How do you know it was in the second quadrant?
Yeah, tell me.
How do you know it was in the
How do you know whether it is a second quadrant or not, right? This is 0 degree. As I told before, x-axis is 0 degree, right? This is 90 degree, that is pi by 2. This is 180 degree, that is pi. This is 270 degree, right? That is 3 pi by 4. Okay, 3 pi by 2. This is 2 pi. Again 360, correct?
So are you saying something?
Yeah, one second. Just I am writing. So now, can you see this cos of 150?
So your voice is breaking a lot.
Can you see this cos of 150?
So we just give me 1 second, so I'll just take it out.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I can hear you.
So if it is cos of 150, right?
Right.
So just I want only whether it is positive or negative. That's it, not the value. Okay.
Okay.
Cos of 150. Where this 150 lies in the coordinate? First, second, third,
So
fourth.
between first and third, right? So second, it will be in the second quarter.
So 90, 180. So 150 will be in second quadrant. So it is negative.
Right.
Sine of 200. Positive or negative?
200, right?
Yeah,
Negative.
negative because it is in third quadrant.
Negative quarter.
Okay.
Okay.
Like this, you will know in which quadrant in this. Depending upon the angle. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Now here we have, okay, one thing, sine of pi plus h.
Hmm.
Okay, where it will lies? Sine of pi plus h means sine of 180 plus h, right?
Second
Where it will
quadrant,
live,
right?
where it will lie in third quadrant, right?
Oh, but so H tends to 0, right?
Yeah, h tending to means it is similar to 180, right?
Right.
That's why here you have to know this one. This is the trigonometric ratio. Sine of 180 plus h is sine h itself. This one how? Okay.
Okay.
This one you have to know. Okay. This what is about sine of 180 plus h or cos of 180 plus h. What happens? We will discuss in trigonometry. That is, we will discuss this in next class because there is a different concept for this. All these things has to be discussed at once. How to find the bigger angles and what are the positive negatives and how to find the angles also. Okay. For this, just remember sine of pi. Pi is nothing but 180. Pi plus h. When there is 180, the same trigonometric ratio will come. Okay. That is sine h itself. Next, we have to see whether it comes as positive or negative. Okay. No. Sine of pi by 2 plus h. When there is 90-degree, sine becomes cos. This one will, otherwise you will be confused because there is different concept. Okay, next we will do this trigonometry. Okay, first this becomes sine of pi plus h becomes sine h,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Now just you can use this formula by h and by h, right? By 2h into 2h by h into h, this one.
Right. Yeah.
Directly we can use this one, right? Instead of
Right.
expanding what is sine 2 theta under, directly you can do, right?
Right.
Then limit
So it'll be
h
2,
tending to
right,
0.
sir?
This is 1, this is 1. This gets cancels,
So
right?
it's 2. Yeah.
So the answer is 2.
Okay.
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 This is the just one question regarding this one. No. If the question comes like this, limit theta tends to pi by 2 of 2 theta minus pi by cos theta. Okay.
Okay.
If it is the combination of like this, always take this total one. Okay. Or it can be in the numerator or denominator. Apart from this trigonometry as h directly.
So can you repeat? Your voice is breaking.
Yeah. Whenever it is of this form,
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
then just substitute whether the numerator or denominator, which will be having this theta and this some value as x. That's it. Okay, as h, we are taking this as h from the beginning, means h equals to 2 theta minus pi.
Okay.
Now calculate what will be the value of theta from this. Theta equals to
5 plus h by 2.
pi plus h by 2. Correct?
Yeah.
Now same thing. Limit. When theta is pi by 2, what is the value of h?
When theta is pi by 2, right?
Yeah, here they have theta is pi by 2. What is the value of h? H tends to
Oh,
0.
so I'm confused.
No. See this one. H equals to 2 theta minus pi, right?
Right.
As I told before, when you are substituting the limit and the variable, all should be in function should be in one variable, correct?
Right.
If here is theta, you are converting theta to h. So we know h equals to 2 theta minus pi. When theta tends to pi by 2, h tends to what in this? Okay, when theta is pi by 2, what is the value of h?
Right.
Hmm?
Will be 0, right? It tends to 0,
Yeah,
right?
it will be 0. That's it. That's what I'm asking. Just you have to
Oh, okay.
substitute because you're converting from one form to another form. That's it. We have to substitute.
Right.
So h tending to 0. 2 theta minus pi is h, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
By cos of what is the theta value? If h equals to 2 theta minus pi,
Pi
theta
plus
equals to
right.
pi plus h by 2. That is nothing but pi by 2 plus h by 2, correct?
Right.
Now this one, cos of pi by 2 plus theta. Okay. Whenever there is 90, cos becomes sine. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. This one we will discuss because I think it's new. We will discuss this one in next class well thoroughly, because if I tell that cos of 90 plus theta is minus sine theta. It will be difficult to remember this. There are many. How many of things we will remember? No need to remember. All we will get by concept itself. Okay. Okay. It is minus sine theta. Limit h tends to 0. H by minus sine h by 2. Okay. Now is the same thing. Whether it is x by sine x or sine x by x, the value is the same. That is 1. So h by 2, so into 2 by 2. This total becomes as 1. The answer is minus 2. Okay.
Okay.
For doing this, you have to know the trigonometry conversions from one trigonometry to another trigonometric ratio. Okay. That we will discuss. Okay, then. I think in today's class there are many doubts, like how cos of pi by 2 plus theta converted to minus sine theta and all. I will explain them. Okay. I will explain them in the next class. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Next.
I can't hear you.
No, I am not speaking.
Oh, okay.
Next we will do trigonometry. Okay.
Okay.
Trigonometry, the basics are the important one, which is essential for the other topics.
So your voice is breaking.
Yeah. Okay, just tell me, like, after limits, which topic you want to start?
Sir, a compound or multiple angles or trigonometry, anything is fine.
Yeah, okay. Then for that, just we will discuss the basic conversions of trigonometry. Then we will go for compound angles. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I will send some questions in limits and derivatives. You have to do them. Okay.
Okay.
Okay then. Yeah. Bye.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Sahil. Good evening.
Good evening. Sir, I can't on my video. It's not working.
Yeah, it's okay. No problem.
So at 14, we have lines and angles test.
Lines and angles.
Yes.
Yeah, okay then. 1 second. So first, we will discuss some concepts of lines and angles.
Okay.
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 So in general, what is a line, what is a arrow, and all, you know that one, right?
Yes.
Instead of this concept, so directly we will go with complementary and supplementary angles. Okay, first angles. You know, different type of lines and all, intersecting, non-intersecting. What are intersecting lines?
that intersect together.
Non-intersecting lines.
But does not stick together.
They won't intersect at any point of time. And you know what are parallel lines?
Parallel lines are those which are
Which won't intersect at any point of time.
which are together, like until like does not intersect each other.
Does not intersect each other. What are perpendicular lines?
Perpendicular lines are those which